Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back today. In this video, I wanted to share my Instagram Reels export settings with you. I'm going to be showing you exactly how I export my Instagram Reels inside of Premiere Pro, and keep in mind you can use these settings inside of Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve, and one Instagram setting that you definitely need to change inside the app. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is actually change one certain setting inside your Instagram app, and I'll actually go ahead and change it with you. Go ahead and open your Instagram app and go to your account. Go into your settings and then go into account, and now go into data usage and turn on high quality uploads. For whatever reason, this setting is actually turned off by default. So unless you manually change it yourself, more than likely this setting is actually turned off on your Instagram. So yeah, just make sure to turn that on. It's pretty weird how this is kind of hidden, and I actually found out about it just recently. So yeah, it's sort of something that you don't really know about, but really glad I found it, and it'll be really useful for you. Just make sure to turn that on and you should actually get some slightly higher quality uploads. All right, so next, now that we've covered that, let's actually move on to camera settings. And what I actually recommend for filming for Instagram Reels, and what I recommend simply just by trying to film in the highest resolution that your camera can. In my case, my highest resolution is 4K. Anything 4K or higher is definitely what I recommend, and this is especially useful if you have a lot of horizontal content that you later want to convert into vertical content for, say, Instagram Reels or TikTok. Having that extra resolution is definitely going to help. It's going to be able to retain a lot of the image quality and data, so I highly recommend filming in 4K or higher. Personally, I'm always filming in 4K, 10-bit, 422 in S-Log, just so I can get the most dynamic range and color depth in all of my shots. And this is like standard for all of my work. This is the main settings that I shoot everything with my YouTube videos, client work, and my Instagram stuff. This is just one of the highest quality settings that you can use inside my camera, which is the Sony a7S3, and sometimes I will shoot with my Sony a74, but don't worry. If you don't have like the latest and greatest camera, just start off with whatever you have, but you don't have to be discouraged if you don't have a super nice camera. And also, I do want to mention that I am filming vertical. I feel like if the content is going live on my Instagram, I will say it's pretty challenging, like balancing between horizontal and vertical filming. I'm always trying to decide, should I do horizontal or vertical? So that part is sort of weird. And not to mention, just vertical filming is just a really weird experience. All right, so now that we have the camera settings down, we have the Instagram settings down, let's jump inside Premiere Pro, and I'll quickly show you guys how I actually export my Reels. And it's pretty simple. I don't really think it's super complex or anything, but I'll go right ahead and open up Premiere Pro and go into a new project. So I'm gonna title this Instagram Example Reel. And here I normally just like to drag and drop a clip onto the sequence in order to create a new sequence. So I'll just go ahead, take a random clip, just drag it and drop. There you go. And I've actually created a new sequence now, so we can start editing. And just to double check your sequence settings, go into sequence on the top left corner, and then go into sequence settings. And notice your frame size should be 2160 by 3840 if you are working with a 4 clip. This is a 9:16 crop. However, if you're working with 1080p, this would actually be 1080 by 1920. And notice this would also be a 9:16 frames. One important thing that I do want to mention now, so you guys don't skip ahead and miss, it's really crucial and important part to what we will actually be exporting in 1080 by 1920. We always export in HD, and the reason for that is for whatever reason you can't get 4K vertical footage onto iPhones. Whenever you try to actually get it into your phone, it just doesn't show. But basically, you can't get 2160 by 3840 footage onto your phone. If you guys can do it, then I would definitely recommend that. But for the most part, iPhones can't do that. So now that we have that out of the way, our sequence timeline is good to go. And I'm actually going to go ahead and drag and drop some clips under here that I have from before. I'm actually going to quickly just add Luts in the reel. So from here, I would obviously add a song from Instagram, then put it in here. But since a lot of Instagram songs are copyrighted, I won't actually play anything here. So now that I've done color grading and editing, I'm gonna go ahead and export it. So the format that I always use is H264, and then make sure to actually change your resolution to 1080p by 1920, and then this should actually convert into a video that you can transfer to your phone. And from here, make sure to check render at maximum depth, and also make sure to use maximum render quality. And now scrolling down into the bitrate settings, I always export in VBR. One pass I feel like is more than enough, and it's actually much faster. I like VBR one pass, and I normally like to put my target bitrate around 30. And yeah, there you go. This is what I would do to actually export my reels. These are all my settings for Instagram Reels. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.